Very good morning, students. My name is Ankush, and I am from district Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh. And I am the MSc B.Ed, MSc in Chemistry and B.Ed. And I am in the teaching profession from the last 8 or the 9 years. Today, my topic is the biomolecules. In the previous classes, we already read it and know about the what is the biomolecules. But today, I am just teaching you very briefly about the biomolecules. Biomolecules are the important material or the substance for the life process, and its ability, it possesses to the ability of the growth, maintenance, reproductions, or all other factors of the living organisms. From starting just taking the example of the biomolecules, one is the carbohydrates, second is the proteins, nucleic acid, vitamins. There are some example of the biomolecules. So from starting, I am just taking the example of the carbohydrates. In the carbohydrates, you know very well about that. There are three major components in the carbohydrates. That's the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Three major components. And in the three major components, there's a polyhydroxy aldehyde and the polyhydroxy ketones are the present in the carbohydrates. The main difference, let's take example of the proteins. In the case of the protein, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Only the one component difference of the carbohydrates and protein, that is the nitrogen. So come to the topic of the carbohydrates. The major and the simplest form of carbohydrate is that is called as a monosaccharides. The name is monosaccharides. Again repeated that a simple molecule of the carbohydrate which cannot be classified or simplified further is called as a monosaccharide. And now there are two types. One is the aldose and second is ketose. One is aldose and second is ketose. So we know very well about that. In the case of the aldose, aldehyde group is present, and in the case of the ketose, is the ketone group is present. So in the case of the aldose, the journal formula is that is CHOH, that is the N, and CH2OH. It's a general formula of the aldose, and the general formula of the ketone, aldehyde group is present, and CH2OH and C double bond O, CHOH N, and CH2OH. It's a general formula of ketose group. So now again I will write down the general formula of carbohydrates, that is a CnH2ON. Now just take an example of the value of the N is equal to 6. Now C6H2O 6, C6H12O6. That is a family of the glucose. Now